Okay, a game against 1600 against d4. So let's play d5. e6, and hopefully I will be able to play the Ragozin, which is the line that I covered in this video. Okay, my opponent went for knight f3, so I'm just simply gonna play knight f6. And now we are in a proper version of the Ragozin. My opponent took, so I'm just simply gonna retake with my pawn. This pin is now quite annoying. White went bishop g5, which is the most logical move, but then I just simply play the move h6. And if white goes bishop h4, I have the g5 idea. Yes, this is exactly what I want to play for, and then knight e4. Putting pressure on the knight on c3. And now the question is, what is white gonna do? Because if white protects with rook c1, then I play h5, threatening to trap the bishop after h4, bishop e5, f6. Okay, my opponent totally ignored that. So I can play the move h4, trapping the bishop. If bishop e5, then f6. And yeah, my king is a little bit weaker, but this is a big problem for white. So white took on g5. Okay, if I take with my pawn, I'm losing the rook. If I take on e5, white takes on e4, and it is a little bit more dicey. Maybe I should just simply take with the knight. The knight. That seems to be the safest option. Yeah, because then white can't take on e4 and blow the center up. Okay, my opponent went bishop f4. I'm already piece up, so I'm very comfortable. Let's say I play the move knight c6, just simply developing the pieces. I'm probably planning to castle long in this position, because otherwise my king would be really weak here. So let's see what is white intending to play. Okay, bishop e2 makes sense. I think that I might actually use the pawn on the h file to just provoke something like g3, which is weakening the position a little bit. And the king is not gonna be as safe after short castle. Okay, my opponent took the knight, but that doesn't mean that I necessarily have to retake straight away. Maybe I can just take on g2 first. Seems to be quite a nice idea. And after that, after rook g1, I might play just simply f takes g5. Okay, let's go for it. And now I just simply take. My opponent can go bishop h5, but I don't feel like it is such a big deal, because I'm still piece up and I'll probably be able to defend the king. Okay, this is what my opponent went for. Makes a lot of sense. So let's just simply play the move bishop e6. I'm still preparing for the bishop h5, but I would like to castle long at some point. So maybe let me just play bishop e6. And after bishop h5, I'm gonna go king d7, and then I'm gonna castle by hand. Yeah, let's do it. Bishop g4, offering a swap off. I don't want to be the one capturing. I want to be the one recapturing. So let me just simply play the move. Queen f6. Knight takes d5 is not an option because of the pin. And the reason why I can't retake is that my bishop is under the pin. And after white took, I'm just simply gonna retake with my queen. Happy days. Oh, and my opponent is gonna go for another exchange. Well, do not exchange pieces when you're piece down. I'm just simply gonna take. Then I protect my pawn, and now I'm threatening to take on h. King e2. Okay, now my pawn on d5 is hanging, so let me just take. My opponent just broke the pin. And after rook takes, well, you know what, let me just take on h2. Okay, my opponent is attacking the pawn. Let me just protect it. Still piece up, still happy. King d3, let me take on f2. Another pawn. I'm just taking them all. One by one. Okay, my opponent went e4. Could I just simplify once again? Yeah, let's do it. King e2. Attacking my rook. What am I gonna do about that? Well, I can go rook f3 check, but then my opponent can take on e4. But maybe then I can go rook f8, and if my opponent takes with the rook, it would be a checkmate. I'm not entirely sure. I can also protect the rook right away. And if my opponent takes, I can maybe go rook f3 check, and after king takes, it would be rook f4 checkmate. Okay, let's go for that. Let's play rook f8. I might have ideas like rook f3. Okay, now I go rook f3 check. And if my opponent takes, it's gonna be a checkmate. Okay, my opponent didn't take. In this case, I'm gonna take with my knight, with a check. Now I have to be careful about something like rook d5 check. Winning the knight. Okay, let me just play rook d3 check, protecting the knight. also delivering a check, and if king c1, then for example rook f1 is a checkmate. So my opponent has to go king e1. King e1 is the only option. Well, what should I do in this case? I can maybe even fork the rooks, right? But I feel like I have much more in this position. Let me go e3. Rook d5 check. Clever idea of delivering in perpetual, but maybe I can just simply go king c6. Rook c5, I go king b6. No more checks for you. Now I'm planning to go rook d1 check, and after king takes, rook f1 checkmate. That would be a beautiful way of how to finish my opponent up. So let's see what happens. I can also always go e2 and rook f1. Okay, my opponent went rook e5, and do you know what does it mean? It means rook d1, sacrificing the rook, then rook f1 checkmate. What a checkmate. Beautiful.